just to do this. I am grateful that you have returned for yet another video. You are very much appreciated for making the trip all the way here. This station is expanding as a direct result of your efforts. It is very much appreciated. In order to ensure that you do not miss any of the new films that are uploaded, I strongly recommend that you subscribe to the channel and enable alerts if this is your first time visiting this website. It's time to get going. When it comes to narcissists, this is the thing that they are most afraid of. I feel that the moment has come for me to discuss this matter. It is only by this method that narcissists may be eradicated from society for good. There is a difference between a narcissist and another person, yet they all behave in the same way. This poison is something that narcissists despise so much because it causes them a truly great deal of pain. The narcissist will, to the greatest extent possible, choose to avoid or hurt anyone who make any attempt to assist or care for them in any form. They believe that this poison will lead to their own demise, as well as the lies that they have constructed about themselves. It is more likely that narcissists will experience pain when they are in a particularly positive state of mind. It is reasonable to assume that a powerful force is capable of driving away a narcissist. The truth is always exactly what you would have anticipated it to be. First, let's take a look at the reality. If that is the case, then what exactly is going on, is it? Not only am I discussing everything there is to know about narcissists, but I am also discussing the uglier truth that lies underneath their artificial identities. What matters is that they are who they are. You should tell them the truth about the ways in which they have attempted to control you and hurt you. Things that are true about them include the fact that they are cruel and dishonorable. They honestly did tell a lot of lies. They are unable to conceal the lies that they have been telling when you are aware of the truth. There is no question that narcissists hate to take responsibility for their actions. That is something that they would not want to undertake because it would need them to admit that they were incorrect. They are forced to tell a lie about being guilty and place the blame on someone else. When things don't go as planned, they would like to be the victim rather than the bad guy. This further reinforces the narcissist's belief that the lie is true. They have the impression that they have been harmed and feel the need to take whatever action in order to make things right. Because they are incapable of telling the truth, or even accepting it in its current state, narcissists are always lying. In the event that the narcissist discovers that you are aware of them, they will make every effort to avoid you or turn everyone against you that you know. There will be no one who will believe you if you attempt to reveal them in this manner. When you are in a relationship with a narcissist, you will always experience a traumatic breakup. In spite of the fact that they are aware of the truth, those who are narcissistic make it impossible for their victims to speak up for themselves. It has been suggested that people who have been injured by narcissists will lie about it, which is detrimental to them. After the narcissist has used them to say negative things about you, it is highly unlikely that anyone will find out about it until after she has done so. They have constructed a wall of lies around themselves in order to protect themselves. Each and every one of these lies can be illuminated by the truth. The fact is that it is irrelevant whether or not individuals believe this truth. It is unfortunate that things go from bad to worse at this point. If you do not have any evidence to support your claim, then anyone can believe that the truth is nothing more than a collection of meaningless words. In order to provide evidence for what you say, you will need to have a recording of some form, such as a video or audio file. Is this the case? The fact that people will accept facts rather than what you or the narcissist say is one of the reasons why these things happen. In the event that they are able to convince everyone else that they are kind, helpful, and pleasant, then that individual may have done well. After hearing what the narcissist has said about you behind your back, it is simple for people to have doubts about what you say for the first time. Those who are narcissists are also skilled at lying and have the ability to utilize words to get ourselves out of sticky situations. They talk over you and use their charm to obtain what they want, which causes other people to fall in love with them. If you try to assist them, you will almost never be successful. Having proof is of utmost importance because of this reason. As a result of being abused by a narcissist, you could feel as though you are insane or that you are unable to speak up. On the other hand, if we have evidence, we won't have to make any statements. Because they want to maintain their negative reputation, it will be difficult for them to cease lying. It is also possible to refer to a con artist as a phony. Therefore, for every truth that you have heard about them, there are 100 lies that are associated with them. The combination of narcissism and stating the truth is not compatible. Instead of telling the truth and running the danger of making people detest them, they would rather lie and make up a story that fits with the world they have imagined for themselves. Those who are narcissistic will constantly be terrified that someone will discover all of the things that they have spent their entire lives trying to conceal. In the event that they are aware of the truth about narcissists, individuals who have been injured by them will not be able to tolerate being shunned. If they were to learn the truth, it could have a negative impact on both their health and their happiness. For the purpose of maintaining their front, they will continue to promote themselves and act as if they are not who they claim to be. It is for the sake of ensuring their own safety that they are not revealing the truth. Nevertheless, if we put our faith in them, we will be disappointed and hurt. In point of fact, when it comes to the truth, things are an entirely other story. The truth has the power to destroy everything that a narcissist has constructed, but in order to survive, we need to comprehend and accept what a narcissist is like. I would like to express my sincere wish that the material here has been of assistance to you. I am really interested in hearing what you have to say in the space provided below. What are your thoughts on the show that was broadcast today? Please give some attention to subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell button that is located below if you are interested in being notified whenever new videos are released. I am once again grateful for your time. Welcome back to another thrilling flick. Before we dive into the heart of the matter, I'd like to extend a warm invitation for you to hit that subscribe or follow button and embark on this exhilarating journey of exploring our futures together. To all the new members joining my tribe of subscribers and followers, a hearty welcome. You're now part of our extended family, and I'm delighted to have you on board. It's fantastic to see you returning and finding value in the content I share. Your time is truly appreciated. If you enjoy what you see, please consider showing your support by clicking the like button. It's our tribe's way of thriving here in the YouTube community. Today, let's delve into the fascinating world of narcissists and the whirlwind of emotions that ensue once you've bid them adieu. Indeed, the pain sets in the moment you walk away. So, without further ado, shall we dive right in? The curtain has fallen, and the act of parting ways has unfolded. Whether the breakup was initiated by you or the narcissist, the outcome remains the same. You've exited the stage. As I mentioned in a previous film, it seems you've now seized control of the narrative. It's as if you've snatched the spotlight and bolted like lightning. With you gone, let's unravel the aftermath, left in the hands of a certain comedic character attempting to navigate the fallout solo. Alright, let's map out the journey of pain step by step, so you grasp the full spectrum of what's to come. Now, for those tuning in who've traversed this territory before, you might have caught wind of it through the grapevine. Those so-called flying monkeys or other remnants of the narcissist's circle. That's where the ache first takes root. Those in close proximity to the narcissist have witnessed this cycle, unfold repeatedly post your departure. They'll keep mum, though, especially to family, masking the truth of the recurring pattern. They won't divulge that you're just one in a series of similar encounters, each ending the same way. Nope, that tidbit of intel won't make it your way. So, the narcissist kicks into overdrive. The smear campaign was already in motion long before your exit strategy came into play. Now the focus shifts to their inner circle, now that you've commandeered the spotlight and made your exit. Allow me to channel the narcissist's perspective, imagining she's a woman, as I'm one myself, aiming to capture the essence of her likely narrative. In her shoes, she'd likely lament, "I warned you from the get-go about her instability. I made it clear she was incessantly trying to assert control, always needing to be right. There were moments she'd begrudge my time with friends or my childhood pals. I mean, those friendships are decades old, and we've been tight-knit since we were kids. She always had her nose in my business, monitoring my every move. I'm a grown woman, for crying out loud." Hey guys, this narrative can resonate with you too. Some of these lines are probably echoes of what a female narcissist has uttered or would utter to her inner circle. "You know, he never wanted me hanging out with my girlfriends," she'd claim. "It always seemed like he was suspicious, thinking I was sneaking around or keeping secrets. He craved too much control." This is the script they're peddling to the flying monkeys. It's the tale they spin within their clique, and to anyone willing to lend an ear. This is their version of events. All right, gather round, folks, for those ready to listen to this jester, this caricature sporting a crown of 10, as one of our tribe aptly dubbed it, got to chuckle. But let's stay on track. This is the narrative they're weaving. Here's where the pain kicks in. But let's not forget, they've run this playbook many times, so they're pros at executing their scheme. Before they even started smearing your name, they were already seeing someone else on the side. But they're strategic about who they rope into believing your supposed bad rep, all right? They cherry-pick their audience because they know once the breakup goes down, they'll need those people they've tainted your image with. These are the same folks who were vocal critics, with strong opinions when you were together. Think about it. They were essentially undermining you, my dear. Right from the start, they had their reservations about you, evident in how they treated you initially. In the beginning, they might have appeared friendly, showering you with compliments like, "Oh, she's so kind, so smart, so this, so that." They'd seek out those who were outspoken with their praise, saying things like, "She's stunning, intelligent, and all around amazing." This all unfolded as the relationship, or as I prefer to call it, the addiction-ship, with the narcissist began to unravel, revealing nonsensical discrepancies. And gentlemen, my noble kings, you can easily flip the scenario and apply it to yourselves. So, they'd approach these individuals and sow seeds of doubt, launching a premeditated assault on your character. Essentially, they harbored negative sentiments about you long before the discard. If you invited them somewhere, they'd decline with excuses like, "Sorry, we're tied up with other plans," when in reality, they were actively participating in the smear campaign against you. They weren't genuinely occupied. They simply didn't want to be in your presence. They kept their distance because the narcissist had been feeding them lies and affirmations that aligned with their agenda. Always remember, a narcissist orchestrates every move with precision. Now let's revisit the topic of pain. Yes, they had already begun spreading falsehoods about you well before the breakup even occurred. Once the discard happened, they had to escalate their deceitful crusade hastily. Now, let me narrate what unfolded next. They reached out to the same individuals they had initially tainted your reputation with, maybe a sibling, perhaps your mother, or anyone else in their clique foolish enough to swallow their lies. They spun their tales to anyone in their inner circle, their close friends of any gender, or anyone willing to lend an ear. That's their target audience. They had a clear idea of who to approach, because when they introduced you to their circle, they already knew who would harbour resentment towards you. Why? Because you shine too brightly, you exude wisdom, and your radiance is something they envy. Where there's one narcissist, there's usually another lurking in the shadows, regardless of what you believe. Moreover, they never held affection for you, darling. Right from the start, they harboured disdain towards you. They foresaw that their association with you would inevitably conclude, and this is where the agony commences. Who will foot the bill for their gas now? I said it before. Who will prepare their meals? Since you often rectified the narcissist's blunders, who will ensure the debts they left behind are settled? Granted, they hardly contributed anything substantial, yet you tolerated them out of love. I know this firsthand. I've been there, done that. I even have a t-shirt to prove it. They're all critics, you see. The narcissist then turns to those who hold a grudge against them. They're primed to finish what they started. But wait, there's more. The smear campaign persists. Who will cover their gas expenses now? They'll have to rely on their new supply, which pales in comparison. Yes, I said it. And I mean it. The new, less capable supply that can't offer even a fraction of what you provided. And here's why. Within the mind of a narcissist lingers this notion that the grass is greener on the other side. As I've mentioned before, they remain oblivious to the dirt beneath the surface until they fit the turf. I wish they'd invested the effort to nurture their own patch of grass. Alas, the bitter reality is they lack the capability to do so. Their inherent selective ignorance, coupled with their disorder, renders them incapable. I stated it, and I stand by it. They cannot think clearly. When you encounter someone devoid of rational thought, rest assured, you've stumbled upon a true fool. You've exited the scene, assuming control of the power source, leaving them in the dust, my dear. Now the narcissist must turn to their minions, their flying monkeys, who now foot the bill for gas and prepare their meals. These flying monkeys will reach out to you, acting as proxies for the narcissist. The cycle of manipulation begins anew. They'll utter phrases like, "Hey, how have you been? So-and-so filled us in on what transpired, and we think it's only fair to hash things out and possibly reconcile. After all, there are children involved, and perhaps some time apart for reflection is warranted. You might even contemplate returning to that chaotic scenario." I'm not buying it. To entertain the idea of reverting to the past. You might be engulfed in agony, feeling as though a fragment of your soul has been lost in the process. But here's a revelation. It's far preferable to endure the pain now and release it than to entertain the thought of returning to that chaos. Once you've moved forward, the pain sets in because the new supply fails to fulfill the narcissist's desires, falling short of meeting their needs. This deficiency is inevitable with the replacement, as their allure vanished the moment you exited the stage. While you were the primary source of sustenance, fulfilling all their whims, they indulged in leisure activities carefree, often without gainful employment to contribute to the household's upkeep. You shouldered the burdens while they gallivanted, deceiving you while you toiled away, only to return home with a smile plastered on their face. What's happening now, my dear? The entourage and those trusty flying monkeys are scrambling to fill the void left by your absence. Yes, the calls will start trickling in, if they haven't already, urging you to engage in dialogue. What's your take? If the phone rings while you're tuned into this feature, let them know where you stand. Understand that I've closed the door on dialogues with someone who evidently holds no regard for my well-being. When you dissect the situation, it becomes apparent they never harbored genuine interest in you. Recognizing you were entangled with a calamitous figure, they chose silence. Why entertain their overtures now? All they seek is to alleviate their own burdens by shifting the blame back onto you. But you can keep that burden. It's yours to bear. I'm forging ahead with my life now that I've reclaimed control. Let them manage the pandemonium. They should handle it as they found it. Agreed. The pain commences now that I've moved forward. Let them grapple with the consequences and live with their choices because, let's face it, they showed no concern when you were suffering and airing grievances about their family's misconduct. Instead, they were too preoccupied relaying every word back to the narcissist. Now that you've progressed, let them grapple with the repercussions of their actions. Keep your distance. It's all part of the strategy. As I always advocate, crank it up to the max, stay attuned to your instincts and intuition, and elevate your energy and vibe. That's the key to steering clear of these individuals. Crank up the volume. They aren't concerned about your well-being. Remember that the agony begins for them now that you've departed. Let that troop of flying monkeys and their newfound source of supply be their companions in suffering. It's a wrap. Before we wrap up this video, I want to remind everyone to stay blessed and favored. Catch you in the next one. Before you go, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the content. Drop a comment below to share your thoughts or anecdotes. Feel free to spread the word by sharing this video with others if you believe it could benefit them. Lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to receive our latest content directly in your inbox. Thank you for your support, and we're committed to continuing to provide valuable insights. Stay resilient, everyone. Until next time.